Hola, ¿cómo están? Este es un nuevo cápsula de Neo TV sobre Advertising Week Latam, México. Hoy tenemos a una persona que para mí, en lo personal, es una persona muy importante por lo que conlleva su puesto y su estrategia. Él es Dan, y él viene de MediaMath. MediaMath es, para que ponernos en contexto, una de las empresas más importantes y relevantes en lo que es manejo de data. ¿Isn't it?
Yes.
Sí. Él hasta hace muy poquito en México, entonces le voy a tratar de hacer las preguntas en inglés. Why it's so important in this timeline the data in the communication?
Mm-hmm. Well, today there's so much data being created every minute on the internet across so many different types of activities, whether it's on a mobile phone, on your TV, even walking down the street. There's digital billboards that you pass by all the time when you connect to Wi-Fi. There's so much information that consumers are generating, and it creates an incredible opportunity for marketers to connect with consumers in a very personal way to bring them information that's more relevant for them, more helpful for them, help consumers to discover new products and new services in a way that marketers have never been able to do before.
Okay, and what can you tell us about the Advertising Week Latam? Why you come here?
Latin America is a very big and important market for MediaMath. We are based in New York City, but we have about 750 people in 16 cities around the world, and we do quite a bit of support for advertisers and agencies all over Spanish-speaking and Portuguese-speaking Latin America. So this is the second year for Ad Week Latam, and last year it was a huge success, and one of my colleagues was here, and so I'm really happy to be here to represent MediaMath. I'm actually speaking later today about how marketers can use the explosion of data to connect with consumers. And so it's an important and very relevant topic.
And you said that it's very important and relevant, but in the communication or in a basic day, what do you think that we need data to communicate?
Yeah. So for a long time, people, marketers, have really understood how important it is to know about your consumers so that you can present them with messages, the right message to the right person at the right time. Okay. We talk about that all the time in marketing. We think about it as what you want. Marketing should really inform clients, so give the consumers information to help them with discovery about new products, things that they might be interested in. Also for entertainment, the best advertising is funny, entertaining, it connects with us on an emotional level. But something that marketers have been talking about more and more in the last year, maybe two, is respect. Respect for consumers and respect for the data that they share. And in the last year, we saw new laws, new regulations starting in Europe, in the EU, and now expanding into other countries that controls the way marketers gather data, the way they gather the data, the way they use the data, and the way they let consumers control what data they want to share with marketers. And it really depends for consumers. Sometimes I want to share the data, and sometimes I don't. I want to be more private. That was an example. Last week was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you're right.
And I was wanted to find a gift for my wife. And so I'm on my phone and I'm looking at Valentine's Day flowers and gifts. And then later on in the day, I see advertisements for Valentine's Day gifts. which is fine in my phone.
Yeah.
But then if I'm later in the night, I'm watching TV with my wife, and I see an ad on the TV for like, buy your sweetheart flowers, then I'm like, oh, now I can't. It's going to ruin my gift.
Yeah.
So there's different contexts and different times that you want to share the data and sometimes that you don't.
If you, your point of view of the tendency of your, how can I say, vamos a seguirlo y lo cortamos, ¿no? How is the tendency of your communication? No, you know what I mean, or no?
Maybe say it in Spanish.
¿Cuál es la tendencia de la información y de la captura o de la publicidad a través de la data?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what's our maybe our approach to capturing the data for consumers? Yeah. I mean, because of that. Thank you. I think especially because of the new regulations in the last year, many companies are rushing to create more transparent ways to capture data and let consumers know what data they're capturing and give consumers a choice if they want to opt in or say opt out, say no thank you. And I think we see it today on our mobile phones, on our computers, when you see a little bit of information at the bottom of the page, it says this data is being accept or decline. And our approach for MediaMath is just to give a choice. We want to give a choice to the consumers, give them the transparency so that they know if the data is being captured. Many times, the consumers they're deciding to share the data, and in exchange, they're getting information from a publisher, from the website. And the consumer can say, yes, they want that, or they can say no.
Perfect. Dan, you want to say something else?
Yeah, I mean,
go to your, how can you say, your, sí, la charla, que se me fue, él va a dar una charla, ¿no? Your panel.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem. I'm so sorry. Next time in Spanish. So this afternoon, I'm excited that I'll be talking about these topics about the explosion of data. So there's so much data being gathered or being created every day. And I'll be talking about how marketers can capture that data and use it for marketing. And the first part about it is marketers need to capture the data in what we call a consumer first way. Consumer first means respect for the consumer, giving the transparency to consumers so that they know what data is being gathered and they can opt in or opt out. That's number one. And number two, the marketers need to use that data and really connect it across all the different marketing activities. So if I have data about my consumers, I want to be able to use that when I see my customers on a mobile phone, or when I see them on a TV, or when they come into my store, or when they call me at the call center. I need the data to be connected to all those touch points. And that's not easy to do.
No.
But it's becoming easier to do, and it's becoming real. And one of the first pieces of technology that's enabling that is what we call identity. It's a shared common identity that connects a concept of a user across all those different digital touch points. And so that's something that we're working on at MediaMath, and other companies are working on also. And our approach to it is we're working with the industry groups We work with the IAB,
Okay.
which is one of the biggest industry groups that supports the digital advertising industry. We work with them to have a common, open identity that anyone can use. Marketers, advertisers, technology companies, publishers, anyone can use that framework to connect with consumers across the country. So I'll be talking about that this afternoon.
Hay que ir a verlo. ¿Ah? Thank you, Dan,
Yeah.
for coming here and talk about your MediaMath.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Nos vemos. Gracias.